Okay. So today's topic is this. Okay. Fillet, chamfer, explore, offset, lengthen, align, break, bracket, one, and join. Okay. We have these topics today's I talk. Okay. First of all, which one topics I want to do it here. Okay. तो देखते हैं हम क्या क्या टॉपिक्स देखने वाले हैं. First of all, I make this rectangle. Okay. And this is my rectangle, right? Take a dimension 100 by 50. Okay. And same rectangle I want to create here by use of line command. And is your 50 distance, and then this is your 100 distance again. And then C enter. This is your two rectangle. One of the creating by use of the rectangle command, and another one is created by use of the line command, right? Right. First of all, come to the path is your fillet. Anyone knows what is fillet? किसको पता है fillet क्या है? Anyone knows what is fillet? ये मत बोलना कि किसी को नहीं पता, क्योंकि fillet हम पढ़ चुके हैं.
Rounded edge.
Rounding the edge. And then कहाँ हमने देखा था fillet? Where we show the fillet option? किस टूल में हमने fillet option देखा था? Where you show the fillet option? कहाँ देखा था हमने fillet option?
के नीचे.
किसके नीचे?
सर ट्रिम ऑप्शन के.
नहीं, यहाँ मैं बात ही नहीं कर रहा. नोट द मॉडिफाई कमांड. मैंने जो प्रीवियस क्लास में फिलेट ऑप्शन देखा था वो किस टूल्स में देखा था मैंने फिलेट ऑप्शन, उसकी बात कर रहा. यहाँ पे मॉडिफाई कमांड में कहाँ है वो मैं बता दूँ. बाकी आपको ये बताना है कि प्रीवियसली हमने फिलेट यूज किया है, राइट? तो किस टूल में हमने यूज किया था फिलेट? ट्रिम तो मैंने ट्रिम कमांड में फिलेट कहाँ से आ गया? कहाँ हमने फिलेट यूज किया? ज्यादा नहीं, हमने नेक्स्ट लास्ट वीक के अंदर ही ये देखा था. ज्यादा दिन नहीं हुए ऐसे भी. ओके, नॉट टू मच डेज. रेक्टेंगल कमांड याद है? रेक्टेंगल कमांड में आपने एक चीज देखी थी. REC एंटर एंड देन सी देयर वी हैव द फिलेट ऑप्शन देयर. देखा था ये फिलेट ऑप्शन सभी ने? याद है कुछ? जैसे या नो? तो फिलेट तो आप पहले ही पढ़ चुके हो. व्हाट इज फिलेट? तो आप सभी को पता होना चाहिए फिलेट क्या होता है, राइट? ये चीज पहले आप रेक्टेंगल कमांड में देख चुके हो. क्लियर? रिमेंबर दैट where you see the fillet first time. In this section, I apply a fillet is here. Suppose I want to apply here is a 15 mm fillet, right? And this is your my dimension. Then click on it. This is your fillet option, right? And then in the rectangle part, I use a fillet in each and every points, each and every corner points, right? मैं एक पॉइंट्स पे नहीं लगा सकता इसे. ओके, ईच एंड एवरी कॉर्नर पॉइंट्स अप्लाई एज अ फिलेट, but I don't need to apply the each and every corner points. I want to apply the fillet on only this corner points and this corner points. How can we do that? So I can't do this thing by use of the directly used by the rectangle command of the fillet. Okay, because in this case, if you apply the fillet, this applies this fillet on each and every corner points. Okay, and then also I can't apply the fillet in this option also, because this will be made by use of the line. And then if you want to apply the fillet in triangle, then you can do this. No, I can't do that. And I want to apply 3 corner points by use of the fillet, then how can we do this thing? Right? For this purpose, we use the fillet command. Here we have the fillet command, and fillet command shortcut is F enter. Shortcut key is your F enter, and then here what you do, just use a R for radius, and right here is your radius. Radius is whatever you want. Suppose I want is a 10 mm radius. Just enter is a 10 mm, and after that, what you do? Just select first option and select second option, second line. Just it. Okay. Then you apply the trim only on one corner points, not the other corner points right here. That's clear? Okay. Then if you again have enter right here, then radius you will also apply here. And then I want to just click on the one corner points and other corner points. Then what will happen? My trim command is just goes trim commands goes outside, right? So what you do if you want to do multiple times of the trim, then how can we do that? For this part, you use a fillet. Then how can we do this? As F enter first, and then here we use the M enter for multiple. Okay. For multiple you use it here, you can apply anywhere. If you find out the corner points, same will be applied. Anywhere you can find out the corner points, same will be applied. If I want to find out this corner points and I want to apply here, then I can also apply this part. Just clear? Okay. And I can apply each and every trims section in this part. Right? That's clear? Okay. But this way you can trim anything right here. Okay. If you got this, I have the center point right here, and then just click in here, and then I rotate the file, and then I use it. File and file. Okay. I make this table trick also by use of this parts, this fillet, and another way. That's clear. In the fillet option in this option, right? By use of this way. Okay. Okay. Come to the next part of the fillet is yours. Suppose here we have the fillet, multiple fillet option also there. Apparently you can use it in here. We have one thing also. Here we have the trim option. What's the trim option do? If I click on the trim, G enter, and then here, right here is a no trim. Okay. Right here is a no trim, then what will happen? I just click on first portion, first line, and then click on second line. What will happen? My actual corner points are there, but here we other fillet option will be applied, and this will be movable. Okay, I move it. Right. If you don't want to use the fillet and then want to show here, then what you do? Just here write a fillet and then off the trim. If you on the trim, then what will you do? Just trim this corner points and then make a fillet. Right. If you use this step, just write as a F enter and then use a G enter and then yes, I want the trim. Okay. And then next one we use will, when we click on this part, then what will you cause here? Here we got this thing right here. Take it. So now, suppose here, I want to do, I make a seam triangle by use of the polyline. And then here, right is 100 and C enter for close. And then I want to make is each and every corner points as a fillet. Not using by 3 times. I use the 1 time and then directly apply each and every corner value fillet here. Then how can we do that? For this part, we have F enter first, and then here we have the option of the polyline. Okay, you see that the polyline right here? Just P enter for polyline and click on this part. And then if you want to this radius is same. Okay, and when we click on the polyline, this is work only on polyline, not a line command. Remember that this work only on polyline, not the line command. Okay, if you create any shape, any type of thing where we have the corner points by use of the polyline, okay, this will be worked. Okay, and then click on it. Yeah, this will be called. If you use polygon, here we have the polygon right here, and then I want to 6 sides, and then click on the center point. Anyone I choose here, and this is also a polyline option, right? Just use it, and then use a app enter radius, and select a P enter, and then what you shape here. Each and every corner points will convert into round corner, right? Select it. And then what you see, here we have the round corner. Get it? If anything is in the polyline, because rectangle is a single object is called as a polyline. If you use a PLN, then not want to close the object, but have to corner points. Here we have the corner points, right? This is we have the corner points, right? Just F and then I increase the radius of this pass is your 20. And then P enter for polyline and then click on it. Where we have the corner points by use of the polyline. Okay, for rectangle, polygon, these are all are the polylines. Okay, this is not work on the ellipse and then circle because they don't have any corner points. Okay, this is only work on your corner points, right? So that's why we can use by this one straight lines, and this will work, right? This is called clear how to make a fillet by use of the fillet command directly. Okay, for using these forms, right? Anything? You can create it. Suppose here we have to create this type of form by use of the polyline, right? Okay. I also asked about one thing of the use of the polyline. Suppose if we have the Allen, okay, I make a line and then I make a line of this distance, right? Okay. Okay. And then here we have this distance between 2 points. If these 2 points are not connected, but I want to make in between a fillet, then how can we do that? Yes, I can make this by this way also. If you enter the fillet, the select is normal way. You can say, make by yourself. And then what you do here, my fillet is worked right here. It's not remembered how many distance between them. This will be joined by use of the fillet also. Okay, and this is useful where we have to connect two lines. If you have the line, suppose you create your line, okay, like here, and then I want to connect these two lines, okay, or sometimes we have to gap between them, okay, and I have the gap between them, and then I want to connect these two lines. Then what you do? I don't want to fillet here. Don't want to round shape. I want to corner points. Then how can we do that? For this P, you can F enter first, and then take a radius is 0. What you take here is radius is 0, and then what you do, just click on it and click on it. Then what you go here? Here you got a corner first, right? Okay. 1 second. Okay. Then we stop. Let's continue here. We talk about the fillet. Okay. Just के लिए fillet. How to use the fillet right here. Okay. हम fillet को कैसे इस्तेमाल करेंगे ये सब समझ में आ गया. ठीक है. Fillet command is just used for the round your corners जो कि आपने rectangle में पढ़ा था. तो अलग अलग फॉर्मेट में आपको फिलेट करना हो एफ एंटर जस्ट यूज इट एंड राइट हियर इज अ रेडियस एंड देन राइट हियर इज अ रेडियस वैल्यू एंड देन यूज दिस टू कॉर्नर पॉइंट्स देन यू हैव टू गॉट द फिलेट राइट हियर. ओके, तो आपके कॉर्नर पॉइंट्स क्या हो जाएंगे? फिलेट हो जाएंगे, राइट? ओके, दिस इज यूज्ड फॉर द फिलेट द ऑप्शन, राइट? दैट्स क्लियर. ओके, the next is option is your chamfer. Okay, then chamfer is your, you know what a chamfer? chamfer तो याद होगा आप लोगों को, याद है कि नहीं ये चैम्फर? हमने चैम्फर भी सीखा है पहले. वहां कहाँ सीखा है हमने चैम्फर? एनीवन रिमेम्बर where we learn the chamfer? और चैम्फर क्या होता है? What is a chamfer?
Cutted edge.
Okay, और हमने ये सीखा था रेक्टेंगल में, राइट? Here we have the chamfer option, right? And then we write here the chamfer is your distance, okay, 10 by 10. Okay, and this is click on it, and then here dimension I take it, that by 50. Okay, 1 second. 10 by 10. Distance is my 10 by 10. Click on it. This is your chamfer, right? Each and every consequence is gave where cutting edges. This is called your chamfer, right? Okay. And then we use this chamfer right here. So how can we use this chamfer? To use this type of chamfer, then what you do? If you want to make a chamfer, but suppose here I don't want to make the chamfer by use of this way, use it for 0 value. Okay. Okay. And then here I take a dimension. This, and then I want to make this by use of this way line command. I want to do this. I make a rectangle by use of right command. Okay, and then here I want to apply the chamfer in this corner points. And how can we do that? For this way, you have the option is chamfer. Other option in this part is your chamfer, and then in this chamfer, its shortcut key is your of the chamfer is your CHA. Okay, Only chamfer command be activated by use of the modifier tool. Just use a CHA and then enter it. Then what you do here, so first of all, I write here is a distance, D enter for distance, and right here your distance is by 10 by 10 mm, right? And just click on it if you want to apply on the single, then this chamfer will be applied. Right here. Okay, so next one is yours. Again, we use a chamfer, right? CHA enter. And then I want to apply the multiple time as a chamfer. So what you use, just am enter, same like as a fillet. Click on it first and then second line, click on this line also. And then each and every corner first, this is joint polyline or not polyline, is just as matter. Each and every corner points are used by use of the chamfer. You can apply here, okay? Not need to write this, okay? So this is your chamfer, right? And then I apply this chamfer inside you, this point also, okay? This is clear. And if you want to apply the chamfer in this case also, suppose I use this line and then I want to make a equilateral triangle right here, okay? And see enter. And then I want to apply the chamfer in this corner points, and what you do here, just CHA enter and then M for multiple lines and just click on it. First corner point to this corner point, this chamfer will be applied. This corner point to this corner point, so this chamfer will be applied. This corner point to this corner point, chamfer will be applied, right? Okay. You can apply anywhere chamfer right here, okay? Suppose here, we have the other options also, CHA. And then inside you can take a different distance right here, 10 and 20, right? You can also make by use of this way, okay? You remember that I can also make this thing by use of the different distance, right? Okay. Okay. So what you do? Just CHA enter first. CHA enter. Then here, if you want to use a trim, trim is same as like a fillet trim. And if you use a no trim right here, I select a no trim, then what will happen? Just trim it. I trim it here. First line I trim select. First line is selected and second line is selected. What will happen? Here we got this line, okay, and this line will be separated up here. You can move it, okay. And same thing you can done by use of the fillet also, trim on your chip, right? And then what you do? I want to trim it. So then what you do? Just write here as a CHA again, and then Q enter, and then use a no trim, okay. And then just here, when we use here this part, then this will be trim. What you do? Just trim it corner points and then make this your fillet line, right? And then if you do this, here we got only corner points, right? Okay. Here we have in the chamfer, we have the angle option also, where we write here is one of the distance, okay? And then second one is your angle. What's the angle you want to show? 60 degree and then 90 degree, anything. Okay? And then click on it. Device आप अपने mic off कर लो. Okay, if you're not necessary to on. Okay. तो आप यहाँ पे आप यहाँ पे क्या कर सकते हो? You can also write here as an angle. One distance, second distance will be count by use of the angle. Because if you have the same length, then what will happen? Your angle will be 45. And if you have the different length, then what you have, your angle will be changed 30 degrees, 60 degrees. Any angle will be direct, right? As you use of this way, you can create your chamfer, right? Okay. Come to this part next here. Suppose here I want to make here is by use of polyline, PL enter, and then I make here is by 100. And then here 100 also, and then yes, C enter. And then what you do, I want to apply the chamfer by use of single way, then what you do, the CHA enter. And then we have the option of the P and for polylines, and then what you do, Just select it. And what will go here? Here, all and each and every points will be converted into chamfer line, chamfer points. Okay. The by use of polyline. This is only work on the polyline, not work on your other options. 1 minute. 2 minutes to wait. हेलो एनीवन देयर सभी है ना या चले गए
Yes, sir.
ओके कोई डाउट कोई क्वेश्चन एनीथिंग ओके then come to the next part is here okay हमने जैसे कि चैम्फर बात की आई टॉक अबाउट द चैम्फर राइट एंड इफ यू यूज द लाइन कमांड जो चीज मैंने फिलेट पे बताई थी सेम चीज मैं यहाँ पे भी यूज कर सकता हूँ राइट okay and if you have the gap between them in the chamfer just ch enter first and then select your options first and then second then what will you go here here we these points are connected to each other and then also make a chamfer okay same thing as the fillet option if you don't want to make a corner points as a chamfer then just want to connect these corner points then what you do first of all go to the ch and the right here the distance is 0 and 0 okay and then just click on it first and then second option your corner points will be joined right okay that's clear this is same like as the same and then fillet are same but making these thing is different right this is your fillet is make a rounded corner and chamfer is make a straight line corner point okay or also say the cutting edge of the corner points okay that's clear chamfer and fillet yes or no yes okay good okay next command I speak it here is your explode and join okay explode and join was the mean of this take suppose here I want to create a rectangle first okay and I make it this rectangle right and then one thing I make by use of the line okay use of the line is your 50 and next one is your again 100 and C enter for the close right what's the explode do and then what's the join do both are the simultaneously different right what you do just select the rectangle first just select it and then I want to explode it explode means to karna okay just explode it but is this just I want to this is a polyline I select as one by one okay directly select it but I want to difference it in different lines okay cut the different lines and what you do for the explode we have the shortcut key is X and then just hit that then what will happen this will be exploded and then here we got all lines are divided I make this thing by use of the rectangle but if you make this thing by use of the polyline, anything you can use by the anything, but just use it, and then this will be explode to different point of the line. Okay, each and every point are divided, and then make different lines. Right? This is called the explode option. The next one is here. We have the option is right 1, 2, 3 lines, and then I want to join them and then make a polyline. This is a rectangle line, polyline, anything right here. And what you do right here? For this purpose, we have the join option. Select the all object and then J enter. For join, J enter. Just click on the J. Then what will happen? Here, when we select it, all the text will be selected. Okay. If you want to show the PR, just write as a properties. If you want to show the properties of this word, click on it, PR. Then what will happen? Here we got a polyline. What's happened? Because this will be converted into polyline. And if you show this thing, when we select this option, okay, by use of PR properties, okay, I'll also talk about the PR later, okay. Here we have the 4 lines, right? Because I explode it and this well I join it, okay. You can also convert it into a polyline. You also convert this into your different line, polyline to line and line to polyline. This is just this thing used for this purpose, right? That's clear, all of you. That's clear, all of you. Okay. Next one command is your offset command. Offset command. What's the use of the offset command? How can we use the offset command is here? Okay, suppose here we have the I want to make here is a rectangle. This is my rectangle, and I want to make the copy of rectangle inside the rectangle at the same distance of the anywhere. Okay, for this purpose we use the offset. Okay, so for offset we have the shortcut key is O and 2. And then after that, right here is the distance. Suppose I write here is a 10 mm as a distance. And just click on this part, and this what will we get here? Here we got the offset of distance is 10 mm. And then if you go to outside here, then offset of distance is your 10 outside inside. If you click on again and click on again, then you got your offset right here. Okay. And then one thing remember, this will be only work on, suppose here I create this thing by use of the polyline. Okay. Create this thing by use of the polyline, right? And then I use it 120 degree and see it. And then same thing I want to create by use of line command. I just explode it to convert into the line command, right? And if you need is the offset this thing. Remember that offset is only work on the single object, not a multi-object. If you want to offset the multi-object, then this can't be happen. Okay. Here, I write is offset distance first, and then after this, when we click inside, my offset will perfectly work. If you click on this part, what will be happen? This will be created, and this will be not look like a good way. Got it? If you click outside, then this will be a work only on single object. Whatever is, it doesn't matter your circle, your diameter, your radius, anything, your circle, your line, your rectangle, polygon, anything will happen. It doesn't matter right here. Okay. Suppose you create here is a circle, and then if you want to offset it, just you can offset also a circle also. Okay. It doesn't matter to what you do, and the distance between us is your 10 mm. Right? This clear? This is your offset. Offset is only work on the single object. What objects you created by use of the polyline, by use of anything. Okay, just offset this part. Okay, suppose I create a PL and turn in polyline by use of the polyline, and then I write here as a part. And this is your icon. And I create this, right? And then part. Okay. And I want to offset this thing. Then what will happen? 10 mm I take it here. Just click on it. This will be offset, right? Okay. But here, if the same thing I created by use of the line, then this will be happen or not. Suppose here I create a line command. I use the line command here. And then right here is any distance I don't take here to write the same distance. Okay. Just check this out for this part. See it. And then I make this thing by use of the 2-point circle. Okay, here we have the 2-point circle, and then again I create use of the 2-point circle. Okay, and inside the parts, I trim it, enter. I also talk about the trim command, right? It's previous classes. Okay, and then for this purpose, I want to offset. Then I create or enter, and then again enter for the line. Then what will happen? I create this thing, and inside this part, then what will happen? Each and everything is look like this way. Okay, one by one, and then if you click on the outside. Just click on outside, then click on outside. Okay, you create it, but what will happen? This will take too much time, and then also will be happen in this way. If you intersect it, then this will be intersect, right? And this will be directly will be done by use of this way. That's clear. By this way, you can create your offset or okay. One thing also I create here. Suppose I have a this type of rectangle or a circle, and you can create this part. Okay. And then just create it. And then if you want to outside, inside, I want to directly use it. Then if we have to enter inside option, we have one thing also, strand. And then here, when we click this option, and then we have one thing also is multiple. Am enter for multiple, and I use the am, and just click it. Then what will you cause? Don't want to click one option, then again option, then the one option to other option. Just click on outside, inside. 10 is decreases, and then outside. 10 will be decreased increases, right? Same thing, you can use any of the commands right here. If you click inside and then select your option, this will be done. Okay. If you click outside, this will be done. Just click, and then multiple offset will be copied right here and then make the offset values. right? That's clear? Yes या no?
मल्टीपल ऑप्शन से होगा
क्या?
मल्टीपल
मल्टीपल ऑप्शन से ये होगा, ठीक है? तो मल्टीपल ऑप्शन से आप ऐसे कर सकते हैं. Okay. One thing also remember here. Suppose I use a fillet. Okay. Fillet, whatever you use, I use a 30 of a fillet right here, and take a diameter is your suppose a 250 by 200. Okay. This is your diameter, right? And this is your fillet of the 30 right? If I take a offset of this part, go enter, and then right here is a 10 offset, and just click on offset of this. This will be met, right? And if you click here, is inside of it. Okay, just show this. How can we do this? Just first option, second option, I click here, and then after that, what you see, what you see here. Here we got the rounded corner, but after that, what we happen? Here we don't have a rounded corner. Here we have the corner points. What's why? Why this will be make as a corner points, not as a rounded corner? Anyone can tell me? Anyone? How will be happen? किसी को समझ में आया क्यों हुआ ये? कोई बता सकता है ऐसा क्यों हुआ? How will be happen this part? किसी को कुछ पता है? Anyone knows? Because here we take here is distance is to 30 right? And then inside we goes to the inside. Then what will happen? Your length and size of the object is decreases by the 10 and then also the fillet size also decreases by the 10 If you happen at the last moment, my fillet distance is 0. My fillet distance is 0. If you go outside, this fillet distance will be increases also simultaneously. And then if you inside, fillet distance will be decreases simultaneously. That's why we got here is your corner points, not a rounded corner. That's clear all of you? Okay? समझ में आया क्यों हुआ ऐसा? Clear or not? यहाँ तक समझ में आया आप सभी को? Yes या no? तो हमने क्या क्या देखा? फिलेट, चैम्फर, एक्सप्लोर, ऑफसेट एंड जॉइंट, राइट? ओके, तो हमारे पास अभी भी तीन ऑप्शंस बचे, लेंथ एंड अलाइन एंड बैक एट पॉइंट. ओके, तो फॉर दिस पार्ट दिस थिंग विल बी टॉक एज टुमारो बिकॉज आज थोड़ा सा डिस्टर्बेंस ज्यादा था. ओके, तो इस वजह से क्लासेस प्रॉपर हो नहीं पाई.